Hello everybody and welcome back to the Snapthis channel. Now today's video is going to be showing you some of the new features that Snapchat have put in over the last 2 weeks. It's mainly Snapmap themed, which is pretty interesting because this is a side of Snapchat that isn't used by the everyday person, so it's bringing some more features into the application to try and draw you to this section. Now what it allows you to do is post statuses and share activities that you're doing in the community. Hello everybody and welcome back. Now like I said in the introduction for today's video, we are going to be talking about the Snapmap and the new features that are available. Now if you're new to the Snapthis channel, my name is Carl Lightning and I help you guys out in the Snapchat community make the most of the Snapchat application. And like I said, today we're going to be exploring some brand new features. Now Snapchat released this exciting news on their own website under the Map Status update, also known as the parties over here, ghost chat, map emoji, and this basically allows your friends to see what's going on in the community. Now this should be available for iOS and Android, however Snapchat have a unique rollout where they don't do it through the App Store, they just push it out to set accounts. So if you haven't got this feature already, just hang in there because it will be pushed out to all devices as soon as possible. So let's have a look at the main part of today's video, which is called the Map Status section of the Snapmap. Now, if you're new to Snapchat, to get to Snapmap, it's very simple. Now, it depends if you're using an iOS or an Android device. It's different because of the way they develop the application. If you're iOS, just pull down on your camera screen and you'll see that it opens up the map. If you're on the Android devices, currently you have to pinch your fingers from both corners to open up the map again. And the map is the exact same on Android and iOS, it's just different ways of getting to it. Now the Snapmap is split into two sections. You've got the Bitmojis and location part, and you've also got the content that's been posted via our story from the general public. Now today we're going to be looking at the Bitmoji side because this is where the new features for map statuses have come into it. And if you're new to Snapmap, we have the option down the bottom here which says status. This is what's brand new to the video. We've got the Explore feature which came out last year, which allows you to see where your friends have been traveling to via car, train or plane. That's an interesting feature, and this new status part involves the Explore feature. So let's have a look at this new map status feature, and down the bottom left all you've got to do is tap status and it's going to open a brand new menu up that you've never seen in Snapchat before. And this is going to vary depending on where you are. If you're at home and you live in the middle of nowhere, you're going to get hardly anything here. If you live in the town centre or you're visiting a town centre, you're more likely to have restaurants, shops, parks, just any places of interest that are local and that do appear on the Snapmap. Now, no matter where you are, you're always going to have these two options available so you can post a status wherever you are. The first one is choose Bitmoji, and this basically just allows you to reset what your current Bitmoji is at. Now, basically, your Bitmoji will just be standing still. Sometimes they wear spectacles if you do own a pair of these, but you can now change these to reflect where you are. So if you're lying in bed, you can have this emoji appear just to indicate to your mates you're lying in bed. You can also have this one if you're watching telly. You can have this one if you're playing games, playing football. You get the gist. You can choose sort of a themed emoji for what you are doing. So you don't even have to write anything. You can just imply what you are doing. Now this only lasts 4 hours. So once you set it, it will disappear after 4 hours. Or there is option 2, which allows you to be a little bit more verbal. There's still a wide range of Bitmojis and activities to choose from. However, there are less. But if you're really good with your verbal skills, you'll be able to portray where you are and what you're doing. You could say I'm at home, I'm at work, I'm at the cinema, if these locations obviously don't exist on the Snapmap. It just basically allows you, again, just to leave a little status. If you're trying to invite friends round, you can utilise this as a very friendly tool. Now, unlike the first one where you choose the Bitmoji, if you do use the more verbal option, this one lasts until you leave the location. So if you're at work and once you've left work, it will set your Bitmoji back to normal until you set another status. Now, with the custom statuses which allow you to type the location, please be aware that all statuses start with I'm at. So make sure it does make sense, because if you just put desk and then choose the desk emoji, it will say I'm at desk, which doesn't really make sense. So try and utilise the word the if you need to, because of course you want to make sure it makes sense to your friends. Some people won't pick up on it, but some people will. Inside the Snapmap status menu, you will find some automatic locations appearing as well. So like I said, you're going to have to be round these places for them to appear. Mainly like points of interest, so leisure locations, restaurants, shopping centres, football pitches, anywhere that's located on the Snapmap will appear on this menu. And what it allows you to do is tap to say you're here and choose an emoji that fits it best. Now, Snapmap is intelligent, so if you are at restaurants, you are going to get knives and forks, pizzas, things that are themed for that location. And if you're at a sporting field, you'll find a football, an American football, a hockey stick. They try and make it so it's very obvious on where you are. Now, just like the custom locations, when you use the geo pre-made locations, once you leave that area, it will reset your Bitmoji back to the original, which is you just standing there, just happy as Larry. So those are the new fantastic features that Snapchat have put into the Snapmap that allows you now to write statuses to your friends. Now, depending on what privacy settings you have for the Snapmap, depending on how many people actually will be able to view it. Just a quick summary of what you can have as a privacy setting. You can have My Friends, which basically means anyone you've added on the Snapchat app can view your location whenever you open the application. You can set it to Set Friends, and that's what I choose to have because not everyone on my friends list needs to know my exact location. I tend to go for people that know my home, my work, and places that I go to on a daily basis. And then finally, there's what we call ghost mode, and this turns the location off for everyone. No one can view you, which basically means the features that we've just talked about are pretty pointless. Now, in today's video, we talked about how to add a status onto the Snapmap. We're also now going to talk how to explore other people's that they've put on. Now, if you don't know the rules of Snapmap, just pinch your fingers to zoom in and out, and you're going to look for someone who has a speech bubble above their head. And if you tap onto this, this will say I'm at and at the location. And if they're creative, just like using all these Snapchat features, they would have chose a corresponding Bitmoji to go with it. So like I said earlier, with restaurants, you're either going to have a massive fork, some pizza in your hand, or anything related to food. Now, if you've made a mistake or no longer want to share the exact activity you're doing at that location, simply just press the status button down at the bottom left and you'll see the status, and if you tap onto that you can see who's viewed it, but you can delete it quite easily by just pressing delete this status. Now, if you're a business wondering why my location isn't on the Snapmap, you can request this quite easily. Either speak to the Snapchat support desk on their support website, or you can push and hold onto the Snapmap, which is going to give you a menu and you'll see report and map issue. Click onto this and this is going to open up a sort of a website called Mapbox where you can request or remove locations just by contacting them through the support box. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching Snapthis today. I've really enjoyed bringing the Snapmap update to you guys, just so you know what's going on in the Snapchat community. Now, like I said at the beginning, Snapmap is a feature that's not really utilised because it doesn't have the most exciting features in, but this status is definitely going to give you more reason to go onto the Snapmap. And if of course you're new around here, we make Snapchat themed videos to help you guys out in the Snapchat community make the most of the application. Now, as I've been saying in my previous videos, I am trying to get the set right. What do you guys think of a keyboard in the set? I know we're trying to be a tech channel, but let us know in the comment section below, does the keyboard offend you in the shot? Is it annoying? We are trying to make the best theme possible to bring the Snapchatty videos to life, just so you get, the fun experience. We do plan, like I said in every video since we moved into this new studio, to get a Snapthis logo on the back with maybe some Snapchat icons on there, which I'm really excited to maybe complete and make a video on. If of course you're new around here, you can subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoyed today's video, then leave us a like. Let us know in the comment section below if you have been using these Snapchat features, just because my friends haven't used it as much as I have, so it's a bit, like I said, barren at the moment. But thank you very much for tuning into this Snapmap update, and we'll catch you in the next video.